how to get rid of your trouble zones. Welcome back to LiveLeanTV for Women. I'm your host, Jessica Rumbaugh Guthrow, and I specialize in helping women all around the world live lean. Some of the really common questions I get, especially from women, is about trouble zones, and I'm sure that you all know what women's trouble zones are. Typically, they're things like triceps, like saggy bingo arms, or one I've been hearing about a lot lately is the armpit fat. Some women call this the vagina arm. I know that's gross. And then there's also that lower belly pooch, and then of course the thighs and butt are pretty much every woman's struggle point. As women, we have a different hormonal concoction than men have. We just don't have the same amount of testosterone, which really helps build muscle and keep fat off. Women are kind of designed to do the opposite, is not build muscle and keep the fat on. That makes us more comfortable and cozy for the little babies, but it's not so flattering. So as a woman, it's really important that you eat correctly and train correctly to be able to maintain that lean muscle, get that svelte, shapely physique, and avoid all the cellulite and the saggy bits and areas where you don't want them to be. So today I'm going to share my top 3 tips on how to fix all of your trouble zones. Fortunately, these 3 tips will take care of all the nasty areas. And they're pretty simple and definitely doable, and they're 3 tips that I utilize all of the time to help me stay lean and wiggle free all year around. Alright, tip number 1 to fix all trouble zones is to eat a balanced but slightly higher in protein diet. So we recommend a 40% protein, 40% fat, and just 20% carbohydrate diet. But you can play around with the carb and fat percentages as long as you keep that protein at least greater than 33%. You want the protein to be the highest or one of the highest percentages of all the macronutrients in your diet. So if this is all overwhelming and confusing and you're not the type of person that even counts your macros or pays attention to any percentages of what you're eating, then just make sure to have protein at every single meal. And if you're not sure what it means to have protein, then you can join our site teamlivelean.com, where we list all of our favorite protein sources, and as well as giving you recipes on how to cook them and how to enjoy them in the most flavorful and not boring ways. Now, maintaining a high protein diet is not that hard to do, and once you get used to it, it's a pretty simple daily habit that is really going to help in keeping your body lean and avoiding fat gain and avoiding those weight fluctuations. So definitely a high protein diet, but get your protein from sources like whole foods and not just supplements like pills, powders, and bars. Also, of course, make sure to pair fiber with your protein so you always have an abundance of vegetables and some fruits in your diet as well. So like I said, a very balanced diet, but just with a real emphasis on high protein. Tip number 2 to fix all the trouble zones is to train your muscles. That's right, not cardio only, but I want you doing strength training and really focusing on your lean muscle tissue. This is huge when it comes to eliminating trouble zones. Now, the main reason women have these trouble zones, like bingo arm, is because the muscle underneath is atrophied, leaving the skin all loose and wiggly. And same thing goes for cellulite and the lower belly pooch, and all of women's trouble zones are usually because of atrophied muscle tissue. So once you start training that muscle tissue and really building lean, solid, firm muscles, you're going to tighten up the skin in the surrounding area and no more trouble zone. I used to be a cardio-aholic, so I know what it's like to go to the gym and only do cardio and all the time being focused on the amount of calories burned, but I'm telling you, this is so much more important that you train your lean muscle tissue and forget about the amount of calories you're burning at the time, and just know that you're setting yourself up with a solid fat burning foundation for the rest of the day. Now, even though you're going to be tempted to just stick with tricep extensions and crunches and butt toning exercises, it's really important that you focus on the major muscle groups. Luckily, your butt is one of the major muscle groups, but make sure you're doing compound exercises like squats and lunges and things for your chest and your back, all of those major muscle groups, instead of just focusing on the smaller muscle groups. Of course, you know there's no such thing as spot reduction or spot training, so think of your body as a whole and train your whole body. Tip number 3 to fix all those trouble zones is to avoid gimmicky, quick fixes. I want you to stick to a solid workout program, a solid diet of clean eating real healthy food, and just avoid all of those really short-term, like big promises, gimmicky shortcuts to weight loss. Weight loss should not be your main focus here. Your main focus is building a lean, strong, sexy, and trouble zone free body. So just kind of shift your focus into building lean muscle, into eating a clean, high protein diet, and into training effectively, and then you'll completely forget about the trouble zones because they won't exist anymore. So if you're still confused and you don't know where to start, and you need a program to set you on the right path with your fitness, your workouts, and your nutrition, I have 2 excellent programs specifically for women. One is called Build a Butt. That's if your thighs and butt are your main trouble zone, this is going to be the best program for you because it focuses on the butt. Build a Butt 6-week workout program also comes with a nutrition guide, and if you're looking to eliminate other trouble zones like the bingo arm or the armpit fat or the lower belly pooch, you got to check out my Live Lean Formula for Women program. This one is a 12-week total body transformation program. Of course, comes with a nutrition guide as well. And like I said, these are both specifically designed for the female body. They're exactly how a woman needs to be training and eating to get rid of all trouble zones and get that sexy, lean body. Please let me know in the comment section if you have any questions about this topic or any future topic ideas for me. I love to hear them. So leave a comment down in the section below. And thank you so much for watching Live Lean TV for Women week after week. New episodes every Thursday. Leave me a thumbs up and I'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, keep living lean. 1, 2, 3, 4,